Ladies and gentlemen, and today I'm very honored to speak on this important topic, green economy. And indeed, this is a critical time. As the world is recovering from negative impact of COVID-19 pandemic, we should build back better from this crisis. And it is very important to incorporate the green recovery. And since December 2020, our government, Japan, has embarked on this very difficult challenge, but a very important challenge. So I'm very happy and honored today to be here and share with you what Japan is doing now, and also share with you some underlying thought about why green economy is needed and how we could promote it. And I'm from the government side. My presentation is focusing on policy perspective. So I'm very pleased today that I could hear from you, from business side, any comment or feedback. And I want to start with one slide. The opening ceremony of Tokyo Olympics Games last year. And this was very symbolic to Japan. These games drew attention worldwide, held amid the corona pandemic. But to Japan, it is a recovery Olympic from East Japan great earthquake 10 years ago. The Olympic flame lit by professional tennis player Naomi Osaka was fueled by hydrogen produced in Fukushima from solar energy. The Namie town in Fukushima prefecture, which has been hit by a nuclear power plant accident, now constructed the world's largest facility to produce hydrogen from solar energy, namely Fukushima Hydrogen Energy Research Field, which provided hydrogen to the Olympic Games. And the leading edge efforts were also made as fuel cell vehicle and electric vehicle equipped with storage batteries were used for transferring the Olympic village and the transportation between venues. It became a symbol of reconstruction and a symbol of build back better after the great earthquake in Japan. Unlike the 2008 global financial crisis, the global economy in 2020 plunged into negative growth, not only in the developed countries, but also in emerging and developing countries. A 3.5 contraction overall, which caused damages far more serious than the global financial crisis. So, as the world aims to recover from the new corona crisis, it is now important to build back better in view of the need to keep the temperature rise between 1.5 degrees Celsius. In this regard, the green economy is important in view of the need of sustainable and resilient growth after COVID-19 pandemic. For that purpose, there is a need to incorporate measures against global warming which enables decoupling between economic growth and energy consumption. The green economy is also needed to stimulate evaporated demand by COVID-19 and to raise the potential growth toward the post-coronavirus era, developing and utilizing the new technologies necessary for the green economy, bring us new business opportunity, and transforming the economic structure leads us to more sustainable economic growth. What we need to promote green economy is to change our mindset to encompass the notion that addressing global warming is not a constraint or a cost on economic growth, but rather ensuring the sustainability of the environment will create new business opportunity and becomes an engine of growth. Ultimately, this requires innovative solutions. Since the geographical features and economic and social conditions differ from country to country, each country should take an appropriate approach according to the actual situation where it stands. It is therefore necessary to think globally but act locally. For developed countries, they need transforming economic structure and changing business models and strategy. These transitions will bring new growth opportunity, thereby creating innovation and utilizing new technology and energy resources. For emerging and developing countries, to formulate appropriate strategy is critical to promote the green economy. Securing the institution, funds, technology, and human resources are needed for that purpose. If the success stories of developed countries are suitably incorporated through international partnership, leapfrogs will be possible. Let me emphasize that a strong digital infrastructure supports the green growth strategy. Certainly, the experience of COVID-19 provided an opportunity to review the way of working practice and the means of providing services. In tandem with promoting the green economy, having a digital economy such as advanced digital processing technology plays an important role as a new growth engine which enables resilient economic transition. Of course, this is not an easy task. There are many challenges and hurdles before us. International partnerships are therefore important. As Prime Minister Kishida of Japan emphasized during the World Leaders Summit at COP26 in November last year, no one must be left behind as we confront the issue of climate change. Japan is committed to strengthening the partnership for promoting the green economy. After having said that, to date, more than 120 countries made their individual declaration to be carbon neutral by 2050, and so did Japan as well. In October 2020, Japan declared the goal of realizing a decarbonized society by 2050 and adopted the green growth strategy in December 2020. Japan, which is an island state like Jamaica, and rely on imports of fossil fuels, has traditionally made strenuous efforts such as energy saving, resource reuse, and developing renewable energy. Japan has today the highest energy efficiency in the world. To become carbon neutral by 2050 is a big challenge for Japan, especially in the circumstances where we could not depend much on the nuclear energy as before the East Japan Great Earthquake. To realize this objective, we need to proceed with profound transformation of our economic structure by utilizing innovative technologies. The Green Growth Strategy set an ambitious goals with specific numerical targets in a wide range of 14 fields, which is not only targeting the energy industry, but also food, agriculture, forest, and fishery, as well as home and office fields. Its main concept is virtuous cycle of economy and environment. Today I don't enter into details, but I want to emphasize two fields that Japan considers important. First is hydrogen. Hydrogen has an advantage not to emit CO2. It is a clean and efficient energy resources. It can be a game changer for Japan in both terms of energy security and the realization of carbon neutral society. Japan has advanced technologies in terms of manufacturing and hydrogen power generation and continue to make efforts toward commercialization in 2030 and reaching at competitive level with fossil fuels in 2050. Second is battery storage technology. Carbon neutral is an electrified society, which relates not only automobile industry, Japan's core industry, but also wide-ranging sector of our society. We have many achievements in battery storage technology and now aim at realizing 100% electrification of new car sales by 2035 and achieving growth by developing related technology and supply chain. In this strategy, the government has a major role in stimulating private sector's effort for innovation. 5 cross-sectoral support measures are mentioned, such as grant funding, tax incentive, and so on. The government has set up Green Innovation Fund of 2 trillion yen, around 11 billion US dollars, to support innovation of private sector. And the Expo 2025, Osaka, Kansai, Japan, is another milestone as a showcase in post-COVID world. This Expo will be an opportunity for the entire global community to design, experiment, and demonstrate possible future society. Indeed, the green economy is an important factor, and it will be utilized as a demonstration field for innovative technology such as ammonia power generation, hydrogen power generation, and carbon recycling technology. And in the field of international partnership, Japan is supporting the transition to clean energy and creating a carbon-free society mainly in Asia through the Asia Energy Transition Initiative. Japan will develop a leading project worth 100 million US dollars to transform fossil fuel-fired thermal power into zero-emission thermal power, such as ammonia and hydrogen. And since 2021, Japan is conducting various pilot projects together with Australia to produce hydrogen, transport liquefied hydrogen by sea to build out the commercial supply chain in the region, including Pacific Island states. And on top of 60 billion US dollars announced last June, Japan is ready to provide up to 10 billion US dollars in the coming 5 years, which would include our contribution to the launch of innovative financial facility for climate to support the decarbonization of Asia and beyond. And now I moved on to talk about our Japan-Jamaica partnership. Japan, Jamaica, and CARICOM countries are traditional partners for sustainable development. While Japan's cooperation is more focused on the medical and health system to boost the COVID-19 response mechanism since the coronavirus pandemic, the environment and disaster risk management remains the top priority of our cooperation. At COP26, Prime Minister Kishida announced that Japan would double the assistance for adaptation to climate change, such as disaster risk reduction, to approximately 14.8 billion US dollars in the 5 years to 2025. For small island developing states like Jamaica, addressing the resilience factor is important when it is striving towards the green economy. A grant assistance project is underway in Jamaica to improve the emergency communication system for disaster prevention, and patrol and rescue vessels will soon arrive in Jamaica. Japan is ready to continue to provide concessional financial cooperation regardless of per capita income level in such priority area. Finally, I want to make some comments about future collaboration in Jamaica in the area of green economy, as Jamaica has set an ambitious goal of reducing emissions and raising the renewable energy ratio in future. The green economy is a promising area for future cooperation between our two countries. When Foreign Minister Motegi visited Jamaica in July last year, we started a discussion about how we can cooperate in the field of green and digital areas in the recovery from the COVID-19 pandemic. In the field of green economy, JICA, our aid agency, is implementing the technical cooperation to promote energy efficiency in Caribbean countries. In addition, Japan is cooperating in the developing of renewable energy in Jamaica through the co-financing project with the IDB, Inter-American Development Bank. Following the Foreign Ministers' meeting, JICA's preliminary study for Jamaica Special Economic Zone development is underway, aiming for exploring cooperation based on the concept of smart city. We consider also that there is a demand in Latin America and Caribbean countries for establishing hydrogen supply chains in future. For that purpose, JICA is planning to conduct a study on the development needs and the potential of hydrogen technology and the value chains in Latin America region. Jamaica has been selected as a target country. Jamaica has an advantage as a logistics hub and a huge potential for renewable energy such as solar. In addition, since Japanese companies have been investing in the electric power sector, I believe there is a big possibility in the future that Japan and Jamaica could cooperate in the green economic growth area, such as smart cities and hydrogen supply chain projects through public-private partnership. And to conclude, currently we are facing the crisis of the spread of COVID-19, and the difficult situation continues. But the history of mankind and the past civilization tells us that times of difficulty are in fact times of innovation. Human cannot change the past or the nature, but can change the future and the society. This is the word of Japan's Foreign Minister Motegi. Now is the time for us to turn the ongoing crisis into an opportunity to change our future and society. I hope that the 21st century will be valued in retrospect as a time when humankind lived onto a new stage of development by boosting innovation in every aspect of life. To that end, international partnership is critical. I would like to conclude my remarks by a famous African proverb. If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. Let's tackle together to realize a great economy. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for...
All right.